Prepare yourself, guys. Chris with T3 Medias, and this is the recap of Season 2, Episode 2 of the Orville Primal Urge. So, I gotta apologize because last time I did this recap for Season 1, I didn't realize I was a week behind. I thought the first episode was coming out, a couple days ago. Turns out that was the second episode of the season, so I was behind. So I was like, I gotta hurry up and catch up. I'm sorry, guys. No wonder nobody was watching. I'm like, dude, this was last week. What the hell are you talking about? You late. So I'm catching up. Sorry about that. But once again, just like last time, we dealing with Bach 2. What is his name? I'm sorry. Let me get back on my cast here. We getting with the LT, Lieutenant Bordis. Once again. Seems to be all him. He's been the main comic relief lately, and it's between him and his wife. Now he seems to be addicted to porn. This episode seems to be heavily sponsored by Pornhub. We kind of moved past all the issues that we were going on. On the side note, while the Orville is discovering a new planet that's sun just became is sucking up all the other planets in its solar system, and the habited planet where life was there. They've gone underground 100 years ago. They started going underground because they knew that their sun was about to take them out. They weren't advanced enough to get themselves out of the situation. Ironically, they were humanoid. That was weird. They got to stop making all the aliens humanoid. I know it's easier and whatnot. The budget might be low, but come on. You had a great puppet on the puppeteer, or a great character on the show, who helped Bordis with his porn addiction. That was a very cool use of puppetronics and whatnot. Very Sesame Street-ish right there. But as that was going on one side, Bordis's porn addiction was happening on this side. So what he did was he goes into the simulator. And instead of going home every day, he would clock out early, tell his husband that he was coming home late, go off and mess around on a virtual porn hub. And all these different fantasies where he is interacting with other men from his planet, multiple men from his planet, just all kinds of weird old school sexual fantasies from out in the woods. Oh, you're a captive. What am I gonna do to convince you to let me go? I'm a virgin. And the doctor feel good is all kinds of stuff. And then he has to pump it up, and he asks some alien to help him go for the gusto with his porn. Like, I want multiple guys and no holds barred, and I wanted to. And the funniest line from his dealer was, "Hey, you want some pills too?" And like, what? Nothing. Nope. You ain't ready for that yet. Because they can sense it. They have to test the waters. If you're this weak and you're addicted to porn, you might be addicted to other things. So it was funny how that was kind of thrown in there. Another thing that I liked about this episode was the fact that it came full circle, and his porn addiction brought a virus into the Orville and caused a lot of havoc on the rescue attempt that was needed later on in the show to rescue the planet that was being sucked up by its sun. And one thing led to another, and it all got interwoven and connected. But in the end, even though you were the cause of almost destroying your marriage, you caused damage, a security breach to the ship that could have risked the lives of 300 plus people on board, the lives of the planet, the people that they were trying to rescue, all kinds of stuff that in any other ship you would have gotten court-martialed, kicked off, and anything. Not only on top of that, you're also wrecking your marriage. You're lying to your husband. You're not going home every day like you're supposed to be because you're addicted to this fantasy world. And then why is this happening? And it all comes out after the husband has enough. He tries to murder Bordis. Clyden tries to murder Bordis and stabs him in the chest, nearly killing him, which is a divorce. We've all had those thoughts, right? But it's funny how in couples counseling, it was like the question was there a remedy for this disease that I'm feeling right now? I need to I need to cure myself of this ailment. Is there an injection that I can take? And the husband came back, just now you can, just like a spouse. Oh, I think you've had enough injections, homeboy. You know, just I was like, dude, you are in trouble. And like I said, one thing led to another. The addiction from the beginning is also what almost caused the death of a bunch of people on that planet. 30 something people on the planet, 300 plus people on the ship. The integrity of the ship was compromised. Systems were failing, all because you couldn't keep it together and be honest and open. It was about overall, you go through this whole weird scenario just to get to the root of the problem, which is being honest and open. You don't keep anything bottled in. We always said, especially in my family growing up, everything in the dark eventually comes to the light. You try to bottle that shit up, it eventually finds its way. The truth life finds a way. It always comes out. You keep that stuff repressed for so long. Unless you're a psychopath, you can't. It always finds its way out, man. Brutal honesty, it's gonna hurt. It's always the best way to do it. And of course, when we finally get to the very end of the episode, the rescue mission, of course, Bortus is one of the only two people that can survive on this dying planet that's being eaten up by its sun and destroyed and demolished. The radiation is too intense. Him and Isaac are the only ones that can go down there. And while Isaac is down there trying to bring these people on board, Isaac can't be on the ship to fix this virus. And the simulation is still going on. So you got my man played by Scott, Lieutenant Gordon, and what's my man John, trying to fix the virus, and then the simulation is still going on and trying to mess with him and help out to him. And now one of the guys is becoming my favorite character. Dan is helping out, and he's such a nice guy. He's like introducing himself to the pornographic hologram. Hey, I'm Dan. Hey, how you doing? I'm Dan. Hey, me and the captain, our birthday is on the same day. It's weird. I just figured this out last week, which you did. Isn't that weird? Like Dan is becoming funny. I like Dan. But what was funny was when Isaac finally made his way back to the ship to eliminate the virus, the bug that was on the ship, and one of the holograms was like behind him, like. And Isaac just don't care. He ain't fazed by it at all. But here's something else that I caught. This was the most interesting thing that I caught, besides the hologram licking Iris in the back of the neck. On the neck, Isaac asked Bortus about his primal feelings and his urges. What does it feel like to be driven by your emotions like that? And Bortus explained it, and he whisked it away. But you gotta read between the lines. Isaac wasn't just asking just to be asking. He can read, and he knows what these things are biologically. He asked what it feels like. He knows that Dr. Claire has feelings for him. He wants to have feelings for her too. It's one thing that he knows he cannot do. And especially what Bortus said to him, I know I'm not as smart as you, but I'm glad I'm not like you at all. I feel. And that's a good thing. I might be a slave to my emotions biologically and all that stuff, but it's a good thing that I have a heart. That somewhere in there, it got to Isaac. He wants to feel something because he can tell that the doctor something's happening there. He can feel it. He just doesn't know that he's feeling. He's already feeling. He doesn't know it yet. And something's about to happen. He's asking the right questions. He's slowly steering towards. She already said that she loved him. She got down with a blob, for last season. So come on, this android thing is gonna happen. This is now my new thing. Forget what I said about the last video about the captain and Alara, but that's gonna happen. Isaac and Dr. Claire is gonna happen. That's going to happen. He's going to become those kids' stepfather. And maybe the guy who plays him, maybe he'll finally humanize himself up enough and be like Data from Star Trek enough. Something's going to happen where you don't have to wear the mask anymore. But something's going to happen. He's going to learn how to feel. And it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I can't wait to see that all unfold. But these are the little subtle nuggets that are being dropped, the breadcrumbs that are leading to Isaac finally becoming a more emotional character. It's gonna be awesome. Best line of the show was when the Captain Mercer finally apologized to Isaac for, asking stupid questions, and he's like, I'll try not to ask dumb questions anymore. He's like, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm very busy. That shit slows me down when you ask the best line of the show, man. No, second best line of the show. Maybe the best line was the whole haven't you been penetrated enough? If I didn't promise the captain that I wouldn't commit murder on this thing, I would stab you again right here, right now. How many times have we wanted to say that in divorce court and in the couples therapy? Man, oh man. Love the episode. Once again, man, this is turning out to be even better than season 1. And I loved season 1. This is better than Star Trek. I'm sorry, it is. The outrageous plots that lead into these real metaphoric, real moments of clarity and real life lessons that really mean something. The undertone is there. Very subtle at first. Sometimes you can't get past the ha-has, but it's all there. The message is always there. Very good. Very Star Trek-ish. I feel better than Star Trek. I think it's better. I think it's better than Star Trek. So there, I said it. But I've gone over time, guys. I try not to make these too long. I hope the music that I've got playing in the background was, to your liking. It's a very sexy episode. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the comments and put it in the box. Let me know what you guys thought of it. If I missed anything that I forgot to talk about, any subtle clues that I missed, and let's kind of dive into that. Everything that's going on with resenting the husband for turning his daughter into a boy, and all that stuff. Let's talk about it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And until next episode, guys. Till next week. I'm here to satisfy.